What's up, guys? Here at the gym, I wanted to share this video because I was getting ready to do my routine, and I wanted to share that routine with you guys because I truly believe that when you have something of value that you need to share it with the world. And this routine isn't something that I like. First of all, the things that I share from you guys are not things that I've made up, right? These are things that I've basically went around and extracted from different coaches, different mentors, different high-level performance people, and then I've implemented them into my life until they become more of a habit. And then once they become a habit, I teach that to other people. So that's how I work. So I don't share things that aren't working from firsthand experience. And for me, productivity has always been a problem. I'm always a procrastinator. I overthink things a lot. So this was one of the techniques that I had learned from Wes Watson, which was to break things in incremental times. And he used there's a lot of them. There's like 25 and 5. People say like the 50 and 10, but like none of those things worked, guys. Like none of those things worked for me. So I needed to find a blueprint that actually worked. Like, I don't think you guys understand like why I shoot these videos, why I created this business, why I created Modern Day Alpha, was because all the shit that I was doing wasn't working. And I had to find something that worked for me. So I'm encouraging you guys to take the stuff that I'm sharing with you and extract the things that work, dispel the things that don't, implement them into your life, man. Like, if you don't implement any of this stuff, then you're going to be stuck, right? It's just information being gathered and you're not doing anything with it. So, man, take this info and move with it. So the 20, 40, 60, I have attention deficit disorder. It's undiagnosed, but it's clear as day. And what happens is it's easy to get distracted. It's easy to get overwhelmed and think about all these different things. And so I need clarity. So being able to create space, I've found in my life, has been very helpful. So when I go out in nature, when I like do a workout, or, you know, when you're in a flow state, right? Like playing a sport, I think back to the best days where when I was playing a sport, I wasn't thinking in flow state. So that's when the best ideas, that's when the ahas, that's when the eurekas can actually make it through, because your brain is full of noise. But when you have these moments of clarity, that's when all the big ideas come. So like when I would realize that like at the best times when my business was crushing it, when I was like in the best state, it was because I was doing all the habits that put me into a flow state, right? So you got to recreate it. You got to remanufacture that each day. One of the ways to do that is linking it to my habits. So one of the habits is the 20, 40, 60. So when I'm able to think about my day or things in that pattern, it allows me to essentially get through a day crushing it, right? Like to have stack multiple wins throughout the day. That's a great way to think about it. So let me explain. 20 minutes, right? 20 minutes can be anything, right? Because the way Wes Watson explained it, he had a specific philosophy, but like I said, I don't want it to be a specific philosophy. I want you to be able to change it and mold it into your own. So as long as you can think of something that's 20 minutes, right? So 20 minutes for me today is going to be an intense workout. I'm going to go into the gym. I'm going to grab some kettlebells, right? I'm going to do a little warm up, you know, grab some kettlebells, just hit a circuit and just go at it, right? And at the end of that, I'm going to move into the next phase, which is the 40. So that's going to be a 40-minute block of time of self-reflection, self-actualization, deep work. So I will then enter into the hot sauna, listening to some mental mindset. There's going to be a video, if you, depending on where I drop this, on yin and yang. So I do more of an intense message that's more motivating, that's more of like hard hitting, like the I guess you could say the more macho type of message of like, you know, do what you're told, do what you got to do, like stop ignoring the work. Like I realized in life I needed somebody to yell at me a little bit, almost like a military, in order to get me to do some of the stuff I needed to do, right? But then I follow that up, right? So if I'm in hot sauna, I then go into cold. So I chill out outside and I might listen to meditation, which is more soft, right? And I process what I just learned in the other message. And then I go back in to the heat, do more meditation, right? Do some more meditation in the cold. And then I take a cold shower, right? So usually there's this back and forth in that 40 minutes of contrast, right? There's a lot of benefits of your health with inflammation, with things like that. But I find that the discomfort every day allows me to get used to being comfortable, right? Allows me to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So by implementing a routine in your day that challenge you that challenges your brain, that challenges your mind, that challenges your fear instincts, you can actually level up. So after that 40 minutes, right? So that's 60 minutes when you really think about it. 20 minutes of vigorous exercise, 40 minutes of deep work and meditation, trying to eliminate thought and become one with the space that you're in, right? That's when you can then have the best ideas come back into your brain. So once you eliminate the noise, then you have your best ideas. And then I have 60 minutes in where I act on those ideas, right? So I act on those ideas. So let's walk back through that so you guys can understand that, because it's very, very purposeful. And this is how you can actually increase your productivity, take your game to the next level. So 20 minutes of the intense exercise, right? That gets you into a flow state, and then you go into the deep work, which means that you're going to go in. You've already kind of hushed the noise a little bit with the 20 minutes of exercise. Now you can go and actually think and process some of the thoughts that you've been dealing with, some of the anxiety or depression that you're not dealing with. You can deal with it. You can examine the thought, figure out what it means, and move on. And then you got 60 minutes of just like clear, focused work, non-distracted, unplugged. And then what do? You start that process over. So then I'll typically leave 20 minutes to my drive, go do 40 minutes of something, and then do another 60 minutes of something else. So it's a very simple way of looking at life, but when you organize your life in this way, you essentially can manufacture a positive mental attitude throughout the day. You can constantly build and stack wins and improve your confidence, but also your competence in a skill. And but here's the deal. When you're focused on your desires and the things that you don't have and being in a victim mindset, you can't do this kind of stuff, right? Your brain can't do this kind of stuff. So the first step might be for you is just saying, hey, I'm committed to actually changing. I'm committed to changing my habits. It's registering that your habits that you have right now don't serve you in the way that, your body and your brain and your heart knows that you could be. So it's being willing to be courageful, or courageous. I like to make up words, right? But being courageous in the sense of I'm willing to attack my deficiencies, man, because when you do that, then you can put in these new systems. And a system like this, the 20, 40, 60, this just made everything easy.